Hi, welcome to Core. Today we're going to be talking about our ears. This is the body part that we use. The sense is hearing, so ears hear. Yesterday we talked about how eyes can see. All right. Your ears are always taking in different sounds that come from all around, whether you are awake or asleep, talking or listening, walking or swimming. Even if you cover your ears, you will still be able to hear sound. Try it. Cover your ears. What can you hear? It's not too hard to close your eyes and make it so you can't see anything, but you can't turn your ears off. They hear sound all the time. Listen to find out how sounds you hear get around or through objects and into your ears. Look at all these different ears. Animals have ears that help them hear, even though they maybe look different than ours. See how all of these look different than a human ear, but they're all still ears. So, how does sound get into your ears? Sound travels through the air in sound waves. Like waves in the ocean, sound waves move up and down as they move across a space. Just like ocean waves, sound waves make noise as they move. But unlike ocean waves, sound waves are invisible. Do you know what invisible means? It means you can't see them. Sound waves are all around you, zooming through the air and bouncing off of or traveling through objects. Sometimes you can hear someone's voice out in the hallway even though the door is closed. That is because the sound waves can actually travel right through the door or wall, just like the sound waves traveled through your hands to your ears when I was talking to you. But the sounds are muffled or quiet because the waves lose strength when passing through something. However, sound waves do not travel through everything. Sometimes they bounce off of things, especially things like mountains or buildings. Have you ever heard of an echo? An echo is a sound you hear. Let me start over. An echo is a sound that you hear again when sound waves bounce back off of something. This photo shows a place called an echo point. With a good loud shout from this cliff, right here, the sound waves from your voice travel out and bounce off of the other cliffs. A second or two later, you would hear your voice echo very clearly, almost as if someone else were standing on the opposite cliff and copying everything you said. When sound waves travel into your ears, they bounce off of your eardrums. Your eardrums are inside your ears, and like real drums, when they get bumped by sound waves, they vibrate back and forth. When these vibrations travel inside your ear to your brain can figure out what sound made the vibrations. Your brain can also help you describe the sound by figuring out if it's loud or quiet, high or low. One way to describe a sound is to tell how loud or quiet it was. This is called the volume, how loud or quiet something is. Another way to describe a quiet sound is to say a soft sound. A whisper is a soft sound. Think back to the last time you heard a fire alarm. Was it loud or soft? A fire alarm is supposed to be really loud so people cannot ignore it. The volume of the fire alarm makes you want to run away from it. Okay, so volume means how loud or quiet something is. If you hear a really loud noise, you might automatically use your hands to cover your ears, like this. Too loud. Your brain tells you to cover your ears in order to keep your eardrums safe from the sound waves that might damage them. Sometimes people use earplugs or earmuffs to keep the really loud, damaging noise out of their ears. So protect your ears from loud noises, and unless a parent or a doctor is helping you, never put anything inside your ears. The only things that should go in your ears are sound waves. Look at these people and their jobs. They're keeping their ears safe. This guy works with a table saw, and so it's loud, so he put these earmuffs on. This person looks like maybe they work at an airport or something, maybe where there's loud sounds. So see, they're protecting their ears from the things that they do, okay, so that their ears stay protected. All right, I'm going to ask you some questions. I want you to think about these answers, and you can answer them out loud. I'll pause so you can answer. How does sound travel through the air? Do you remember what I said? Airwaves. Can you see the airwaves? No, they're invisible. Can you stop the sound waves completely from coming into your ears? Can you still hear something if you put your ears over your hands over your ears? Yeah. So you can't stop it completely, but you can make it quieter. Let's see. How does the sense of hearing help keep our bodies protected? How does hearing help protect our bodies? It keeps us safe if we hear a loud sound, like a fire alarm. We know, oops, we need to get out of the building, and then we leave. Or maybe we hear some thunder and it tells us that there's a storm, so we stay inside. Or maybe if we hear a car horn honking, then we know that they're trying to get something out of their way or get someone's attention, that type of thing. In the story today, we learned that the sound waves are invisible. Say the word invisible with me. Invisible. Invisible. 4 syllables. If something is invisible, you cannot see it. You can't see air because it's invisible. What are some other things that are invisible? What's the word that we've been talking about? Invisible. I'm going to say a word. If it's invisible, that means you can't see it. If it's visible, you can see it. So when I say the word, if you can see it, say visible. If you can't see it, then say invisible. Ready? A ball. Visible or invisible? Visible. How about a table? Visible. How about sound waves? Invisible. How about a car? Visible. How about air? Invisible. We can't see air, right? Unless sometimes you go outside when it's really, really cold and you breathe, you can see your air coming out of your mouth, but most of the time it's invisible, right? Okay, great job following along. I'll talk to you tomorrow.